In this video, I'm going to be explaining how to draw, design floor plan from 3D design. So this very 3D has its front view and its side view. That was what was provided for the floor plan sketch, and the other size was not shown. So there are some persons that will do their 3D design, then they will show the first size and send it to, they will kind of sketch the first side, and the first side will provided. If you are provided with the first side, it's more, you get kind of more accurate detail to what the person that did the design. But the only difference will just be the interior, how the lobbies are connected. So that would be the only difference. That might not be exactly the same with the person that did the design. So for this one, I'm provided with the just the front view and the side view. So I'm going to sketch out the floor plan of just this front and this side. Then the other sides and the interior will be done from imagination, which might not be the same with what the person that did design did, but at least your design should be functional. So functionality is very important when it comes to design. So this very place, so I'll first of all start from the front view. So this is an entrance veranda. This is the entrance veranda. Then this very place, you can see that this space is long. This cannot be a toilet in from here to here, so I'll call this place a room. First of all, call it a room. Then you can see that between this very veranda and this, it's just like this very veranda is protruded out from this very room. Although you can see it look as if there is something in between this very space, and what is present there is not going to be a room. If it's a room, at least to be up to 3 meter space. That 3 meter space, you can be able to see it. So it looks like there is a visitor toilet there. So let's start with the veranda. Before I start, I have to explain something. Then this very point, that's this very line and this line, they are not on the same line. And this very room space, this very space is not on the same line. This one is inside, this one is a bit out, kind of shifted away from, protruded out from this very line. Then this one and this one, they are not on the same line. This one is protruded out from this space. That's this one and this one are not on the same line. This one is inside and this one is out. So your ability to analyze what is present on your 3D, that's what will determine your ability to get the accuracy of the 3D of the floor plan 3D that you sketched out. Is first of all, the first thing you have to know about 3D. 3D is a perspective kind of design. So the more you are going one, let's say you start from this place now, you understand. See, the more you are going, the lesser the space. So for example, there's a room here. The room might be smaller, the room will be bigger here. Then that same size of room, the room is bigger here. Let's say this place is a room here. This way is a room. I'm just explaining to you. There's a window here. This wall will be shown if they maybe this place and this place, they are not on the same line. So the more you are going, this same size of room at this very point will not have the same height. That's the more it's going, kind of is diminishing. So it's not be on the same height, but it's the same size of room. That's 3D for you. So your ability to understand this thing also matter. It will also help you in your ability to decode it. So let's start from this very place. Now we have to start from the veranda. I'll go ahead and sketch out the veranda. Yeah, start from this very space. So I'll go ahead and sketch out this very space. I'll just call it a room. Then the veranda. You can see that this room and they are very space, and you can see that this very space is outside and this one is inside. So I'll go ahead and extend this line a bit out. Then I'll call here my veranda. So in between this place and this very space, there is something in between. So I'll just draw a line there. I'll call it a little line there. Call this place a toilet. Then the next thing is, before I will go to the side, you should know that there is a slab here on the face of this very room. So I'll draw the slab there. Just sketch it out a bit. Then this very wall is still there. This one protruded out. And let's see if they're the same line. This very one that protruded out and this May veranda wall, this one I protruded and this May veranda wall, they are not on the same line. This one is inside and this one is out. So I will make correction on this. Maybe draw this line to this point. You understand? So I will cancel this space. So when I want to draw it again, I'll know what to do and do the proper correction. Assuming I use a pencil, I can easily erase it. So the next thing is this very pillar here. No, before the pillar, you can see that there is a door here and there is a window here. This door and window is on the face of the veranda entrance. So I'll fix a door here. Look at where the door is positioned. It's not at the edge. There's a space before the door. Then this window is at the edge there. So I'll just sketch a window. Symbol of your window, symbolize it there. So this is the window. So the next thing is this very pillar. This pillar is is a bit extended from the beam of the veranda. So I'll just go ahead and where is it? It's not close to the edge, a bit, maybe somewhere around there. So I'll just draw the line, and that pillar is inside the space of the veranda and it went a bit away from the beam line. Then the next thing is what's the next thing we have to consider now? So before, this is a floor plan sketch. Then another thing I need to know, when you are drawing your elevation, you have to know that looking at this place, it shows that this very beam and this one, they are not on the same level. This one is lower, this one is higher, then this one is also higher, because if you look at this very place from here to here and here to here is higher. So it shows that this level is higher than this level. Then this very one, this pillar is if you make it higher than this level, it's not be good. So I can just make it to be the same level with this one. So you have to just kind of analyze what you see on the 3D. That will control how you draw it, sketch it out. Then the other space, which is this side, which is this very side, is on the same space with this door. So I'll go ahead and start drawing this way. Let me just extend this line upward. So my line is not straight, so I'm just doing a rough kind of rough drawing now. So you can see that this very space, there is a room here. This way looks like, I will not call it a room. Since there is a door here, there is an entrance around, so definitely this is a living room. This way is a living room. This is the window of the living room. So I'll just boss it and call it. Let me just take it along this line. Call it a living room. Living room. Then I can see this. There is a slab here too on the same face with this very wall. So I'll go ahead and draw a slab there. Where the slab started from? It started from this edge of this veranda. So I'll start drawing my slab from there. At least there's a little space before the line. So I'll give it a little space. Then draw the slab to where? Let's see this point. So this place is a slab. Then what's the next thing? You can see something that looks like this place. I think it's for the drainage part. When water is falling from the roof, it pass through this place. Pipes are there. So this very space is inside. That is not on the same line with this slab. Is inside. So I'll just go ahead and draw this very point, not the same line. So I'll take it somewhere around like this. Is a wall. Is a wall here. Is a wall, but it's a small space. You understand? So this place is the, let me just call it form of a drainage. I just call it that way. Then after this very place, then yeah, you can see a window here. There's a window here. There's another window here. So those two windows, they are not small size window. They are not toilet size window. You can see the level it is, the height that the window, the height of the window. So it's not the height of the window is not small. So this very one and this very one. Although according to 3D, it's going to start diminishing, but even if it's diminishing, at least I can be able to tell that this is not a toilet window because of the length. So there is a room here, there is a room here. So I'll go ahead and draw it out. So I'll just go ahead and sketch it out. So I'll call this place a room. There's two rooms. Then there's another room. The last window is close to the edge, but not that close. I see we are not seeing it. Yeah. So this is the edge. Hope you can see it somewhere around there. Then place a window here. Then here there's a window for this room. So you can see that this floor plan sketch has been done. So what you are seeing here is the same as this 3D that you saw that is here. But when you are after drawing your floor plan, you have to, when you are drawing your front elevation or your front elevation also control your 3D, your front side elevation, you have to consider all these heights because your floor plan will not tell you the level of the height. So looking at it, I have explained before, this very level, that's from this beam, from the beam of this the roofing of this veranda, from this point to this point is lower than, that's, I'm trying to say that year to year is higher and year to year is lower. You understand? Looking at it, because in 3D as it's going, it reduces, right? This very line is it start to diminish, start to go down. So even with is diminishing stuff, year to year is and year to year of the same height, but according to the 3D that is going down, it start to diminish. So even with your ability to diminish, you can still see that year to year is still higher than year to year, because as this place is diminishing, also with this very place there's also a diminishing happening here, and year to year is still higher than year to year. Shows that the height of this place and the height of this place is higher than the height of this very place. Then after doing that, I've already gotten my rough sketch. I'll go ahead and do it, sketch it properly, so that it will be easier for the person that wants to interpret it. So with this very one now, you can be able to design what looks like what the 3D, this looks like the 3D that has been given to me. So you have to be able to analyze your 3D and be able to sketch exactly what's present. If not, you get something else. So let me just sketch what's present here. So I think it's better to use a pencil so that I can easily erase, or there's no need for me to sketch. I can be able to, I know I'm the one that did the sketch, so I know what's present there. So I know that this very slab line and this veranda line, this way is, yeah, this very place is a wall line. Looking at it, this place, this place is a, this place is covered. The here is open, here is open according to the beam. So meaning this place is covered, so it will not have any broken line. Then here is open, so I'll indicate broken line here. Just like this place is a wall, then here is a broken line, there's an opening there, so I indicate it. Also with this place, yeah, this place, here and here is open, here is open. So I also do the same thing here. I indicate broken lines here. So here I'll just call it slab so that it will be easy for me. Call this place a slab. Then here, this place, you can see that inside this slab there is something present there and is on the same line with this very space. So here, from here to here is very long, and if you're looking at the height alone, it shows that this place is a door, because it's starting from the almost the same line with the DPC level. So I'll call it a door there. I'll call it a door. I'll symbolize my door there. So I will not know the size of, looking at it, you can be able to tell the size of the door. If you cannot be able to, you can have an idea of the door size that was being used. So this place is a door. So I indicate my door there. Said my door here. So looking at it, like this very door now, you can be able to look at it and tell, okay, this is the size of the door, this is the size of the door. I think that's what you can be able to do, because sometimes you might not, if you have an idea, if you have been designing before, you can be able to tell the sizes of the doors or the windows or whatever that's present on 3D. So your ability to interpret your 3D matters a lot. If you cannot interpret your 3D, you cannot be able to sketch out your floor plan. I hope this video is able to direct you on how you can be able to make use of your 3D to be able to interpret for the floor plan. So your ability to interpret is very, very important, and believe in yourself. Follow what is present on the 3D that you have been given. Don't go and use another person's 3D to be sketching under the 3D. Your 3D should be, when you are done with your 2D whatever, your 2D, of course, it should be the same as the 3D that you were given. If you want to also design the 3D, you can also design it, but the 3D that you design should be related to the floor plan that you did, and it should be able to match with the 3D that you are given to work with. So your ability to analyze your design is very, very important. You should be able to analyze and Don't be in a hurry. Take it one step at a time. Observe what is present then before moving to another. And here, this place there is a step here that I forgot. Yeah. So all this step, I can indicate it here on the floor plan where it started from. This step started from here because the whole of this place is white. It's a bit difficult for me to read the lines. So it started from here to this place. So I'll just indicate the step there from this place to this place. So depending on the number of steps, I think this place is one step. So I just, or two, whatever, just indicate it there. So you should be able to analyze what you see, and that to control what you see on the 3D, your ability to see it properly will determine what you get on your floor plan.